Hello, Kimberly. What's up?
Hey, oh my goodness, you guys.
Yeah.
So this morning, I had to change the dial back to 98 Rock, right, to listen to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why weren't you just listening all the time? I mean, what the hell?
Because someone in my household decides to change the station.
Leave them now.
All right.
So what happens is I'm at the end of the dial, and I'm at some top 40 station, and I'm like...
Okay, so this is a top 40 station at the end of the dial.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to check out, listen, and I'm like, this is a talk show. I'm not on 98 Rock.
Uh-huh.
They're a wannabe Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. It was so lame. I was like, no way.
Yeah. Were they renegades? Were they outlaws? Were they wacky?
They were just stupid. No. There was a Rob that tried to act like you, and a Dawn that's trying to be funny, and an Arnie that, you know, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Just couldn't believe it. Just have to share that with you guys.
Kimberly, it's Nick, the producer. I have a question. Was there a chiropractor on the show?
No, but they had already given away the top song. I already knew it. I said it.
Now, Kimberly, if you tune in on Thursday, I believe that's still...
Friday.
Is it Fridays now?
Friday had changed.
You will hear the riveting radio that Nick is alluding to, and this is something that follows every rule of good radio, because it appeals to you, the listener. Okay? This is how brilliant this show is, because she's describing a show that's in our building down the hall, which is hands down by far the greatest radio show we've ever heard.
No, just ask anybody that works in this building.
Despite the ratings,
which
are a third of ours. But that's another issue. Okay. Now, Lincoln, when you're planning, see, this is why we aren't that good.
And you know what? We openly admit it.
We openly admit we're not that good, and I'm going to tell you why.
You guys are so...
When you plan a radio thing for the morning show, you want it to be something that everyone listening, no matter what they're doing, can relate to.
Yep.
That you know, if they're in their car, they can be a part of.
Right.
If they're at home, they can be a part of. Right. And they don't have to call the show to participate. You know, like I try. I mean, we try in our meager little show with the Beat Arnie game.
We're not that good, though.
No, we're not. The Beat Arnie game is supposed to be like a game you would never have to call the radio, because most of you don't have time to call a radio show.
Sure.
That's where our downfall is.
I know.
We make people call.
I know.
And we know they can't.
I know.
We suck.
The idea behind the Beat Arnie game is if you never call, you can still play along every day and have fun. I know we do an awful job at it. You know, I know it's not really that good.
And where did we steal that idea from?
I don't know. Compared to what I'm about to describe to you, the Beat Arnie game just is awful, okay? So what they'll do on Friday, Kimberly and everybody, and you might as well just listen, because it's so much better than us. You'll tune in, and you will hear your two guys and a girl radio hosts being adjusted by a chiropractor.
Wow.
They do it every week.
You know, and I was so pissed when I saw that, because I was like, God, why didn't Rob think of that?
I'm sorry.
You know, and you know what? We're reminded of it every Friday, huh? Every Friday we see it.
Thrown right in our face.
Yep.
It is the only radio bit that has ever been better than having a chiropractor in the studio to adjust the DJs is having a topless woman in a radio studio being interviewed.
Right.
Because that appeals so much to the 200,000 people that can't see her. And I'm sorry that we don't do that, too.
But you can describe her.
Right.
Ooh, you know what?
You're describing the adjustments of the chiropractor.
Right. And, you know, you can take pictures, though, of the aforementioned everything.
Right.
Everyone has a computer.
Well, and then you get them to turn off their radio and log onto your website to see those pictures after your show.
But that's why we are not that good.
It's much better radio to have somebody who you don't know saying, I'm now going to adjust the C2. I know that's better. I'm sorry.
And I know we're going to get in trouble for this.
I'm so sorry that we spend 45 minutes taking your calls and debating with you the top songs of the last 25 years and the most influential artists. I know that is not appealing. I know that none of you will go into work and start having that debate with your fellow listeners and say, hey, I was listening to Rob, Arnie, and Dawn today, and they were talking, who do you think is more influential, Eminem or Elvis? I know that you're instead going to go into work and go, hey, I was listening to the Outlaws today, and the lead guy who pretends he's Rob got his back cracked on the lower vertebrae. I know that's what you're going to be talking about, and I'm sorry.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
Very cool.
This is why we suck. And Kimberly, I'm a little upset you had to point this out to us this morning.
You know,
another one of our downfalls.
It's going to throw us off the rest of the day. I don't know if we could.
We're just not very creative.
No.
Now, look, again, I've designed another feature that is supposed to...
Dawn, why do we let him design these features?
Exactly.
I mean, they've never worked for us.
I know.
I mean, he kind of sucks at this.
You know it's not going to be any... You know we're not going to have a guest come in here.
No. Or call.
Or call.
That's, you know what?
Yeah.
That's another thing. We don't get any, really... We got Peter Jennings. Well,
I'm sorry.
But you know what? We don't get, the fourth guy who... is on Frasier sometimes to call our show on a weekly basis.
You know what else we
Simon, Ross's brother.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what else we don't get?
I'm sure it makes us terrible.
We don't get those J-Lo interviews that she sends to everyone.
Oh, the CDs with her answers, and you can just insert our questions.
And the DJs promote that they're interviewing.
Right.
Said J-Lo.
I know.
And we don't get those.
Well, of course not. We're not the best show in town. I'm sorry. Yes, Kevin, what can we do for you?
Yeah, well, you guys ought to be not so hard on yourselves. You guys are awesome.
Kevin, look, don't even try. Don't even try.
I mean, we're
you know
not
what?
that good.
It's funny you say that, Kevin. That's what the GM and the station manager always say to us when the ratings come out. They come to us and they say, look, you're doubling the next closest show in the ratings. Twice as many people listen to you as the next. You guys need to stop being so. And it's not good enough because we know we should be having, visual things in the studio. I know that we're trying to get Arnie a costume of some kind so we can put him on a street corner with the station van next week and hand out bumper stickers.
And we're going to start working harder, ladies and gentlemen, on the big current rock songs that come out. Yeah. I'm going to try to do wacky parody songs to all of them.
And now look. Sometimes we suck because there are things that are out of our control. For example, it's only going to be 80 degrees today. As soon as it's back to being 100, we're going to do the thing where we bake cookies on the dashboard of the station van in the sun.
Yes.
Because that, too, is so compelling to you.
Wow.
And sometime very, very soon.
Until then.
We're going to be at a gas station.
Of course.
Selling gallons of gas.
Right.
For whatever frequency. Here in Sacramento it would be 98 cents. In Reno it would be $1.
Right, exactly.
This year, can we bake a pie and then see how long a gallon of ice cream takes to melt?
I don't think we're qualified, Dawn. I think the Outlaws have to do that. Now, look, I'm sorry. We could go on all day about all the crappy stuff we do. We have to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to do one of these awful things.
Rob,
no, I'm sorry.
Rob, can we play Battleship on the air?
There's no way we are qualified enough to play a board game between each other and qualify and describe it. No, I'm sorry.
I thought that we'd been together long enough.
Here's what we're going to do. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that affects everybody. Okay? Political correctness, and we're going to talk about how we're changing these tests.
Yeah.
Okay? And I know how boring this is. I'm sorry.
Sounds terrible.
And we're going to have people call in. We're going to have you call in.
No.
And tell us, why it's politically incorrect and what groups are being offensive and how this affects society.
I think that...
I'm sorry.
I that's a good idea, I guess.
That's what I've got planned. That's all I got.
But you know what? I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking that we call somebody and we get a guest in here at ASAP. And we teach people sign language over the radio.
The best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn.